What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GK. Right now, I want to take an accountability moment. I want to address something that I did that I didn't handle the best, and it ended up costing me. So a few days ago, I had a guest come in. Now, a little bit of backstory. The night before I had this particular guest come in, I came around, let's say, the night before around 11 p.m. or so, and I told myself that I would stay up and clean these properties because I got two of my apartments are in the same building. So I'm gonna clean both of these apartments, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay up however long it takes. I had to be up at 6 a.m. in the morning. No, I had to be up at 5 in the morning so that I can make it there at 6 a.m. But anyway, I told myself I was gonna, clean these two apartments because, I had guests coming in the next day and I need to get it done. So I come in, get everything ready for the next guest. And next day they come in, everything is cool. Then I get a message from one of the guests, actually from the apartment that I'm staying in right now. He told me that he was here and everything was going good, but they needed an extra set of sheets. Now, usually when I make the beds and stuff like that, I only put enough sheets down for the amount of beds that I have. You know what I mean? I also have this this futon, which I should be leaving sheets for, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't leave sheets for these all the time, unless they request them, because I don't have a lot of sheets like that. Like, I have sheets, but I find myself having to throw away sheets and buy new sheets so much that it's like I try to use my sheets sparingly. Now, that may not be the best practice for these Airbnbs that I have, considering the fact that the futon can act as a bed, in which case I should have some sheets for, but I haven't been doing it, and this time it came to bite me in the butt. So the guest messaged me like, hey, we're here, but we need some more sheets. And I told him like, hey, you know what I mean? I'll bring the sheets tomorrow, at this certain time. And so he's like, we may be gone by then. I said, cool, if you're gone, I'll just leave them by, the back door. I just hang them on the door so you can have it. Long story short, the next day comes, and, mind you, I do these moving jobs all day. And so by the time I get done with the moving job, I go home totally forgetting to stop and get these sheets to give them to the guests. Now, I go home, go to sleep, wake up, it's the next day. I get a message from the guest saying, hey, not trying to be a bother, but, I'm just checking in on those sheets that you said you was going to buy. Now, immediately when I get this message, I'm like, dang, G. I'm like, you forgot to take the sheets to the Airbnb last night. And I'm like, man, I feel bad at this point. So, damage control, I'm trying to do as much as I can. I tell them like, hey, I'll bring you the sheets, for sure, once I get off today. Now, what ended up happening was the moving jobs that I had ended up taking way longer than I expected them to have. Ended up taking way longer than I expected them to take. So what I did was I tried to download DoorDash, one of those apps that lets you basically get stuff delivered. So I'm thinking like maybe I could just, get DoorDash the sheets to him or whatever. Because at this point I'm realizing like it's probably gonna be really late by the time I get home again, and I have to do these jobs. I can't not do the jobs, but I also can't not service, take care of my Airbnb guests. So I'm messaging them like this. I'm like, hey, I know it's late, it's getting later, and I know I said I'll bring those extra sheets. I'm trying to see I want to know if if you're out, if you maybe could buy him, and then I'll just reimburse you. Like, I'm trying to tell him anything, that I can tell him to, kind of reach a solution to this situation, because at this point, if I was a guest, I'd be frustrated too. You know what I mean? Especially if I had like kids and things of that nature staying at the place. I'm not sure if he had kids, but I'm just saying, like, if you need sheets for, obviously there's somebody who's without sheets in that moment. So I'd be frustrated as a guest also. So I sent him a message saying, hey, if you can buy them, I'll reimburse you, because things are just hectic over here. I really do apologize. But about an hour or so after I sent that message, Airbnb actually contacted me telling me that, the guest has complained, and that, they will be checking out due to some of the policies or whatever their specific policy was that he decided to, use. So basically I ended up having to refund this guy basically his entire stay minus like 70% of the first night. I refunded him half of the cleaning fee and all the remaining money from the days that he didn't use. You know what I mean? So, and I think the stay was like a 3-day stay or so. So, it wasn't too long, but still, I ended up losing money on those days, all because I didn't have my system set up properly to begin with. So I want to share this with you guys as I'm going through it currently, just to let you know that if you do decide to get into Airbnb, let's learn this lesson together and learn from me, so that you don't have to go through these same things and end up having to refund a potential guest and creating a unnecessary bad experience in the Airbnb space like I did, by just having enough sheets, to cover all of your beds and things that could be used as beds. So moving forward, what I'm going to start doing is I'm just going to start biting the bullet and just leaving enough sheets, you know what I mean? And if I just got to keep buying, sheets to be able to, because what ends up happening is a lot of these sheets end up getting dirty, so I find myself in a cycle where I just keep buying sheets. And also I'm in the process of trying to find like one supplier or a few suppliers that I could just buy these things from, because right now it's like I'm just going to Ross, I'm going to Target, I'm going to all these different stores that just, I'm all over the place with it. So, and that, also is why I, a situation like this end up happening, because I don't have a system for this yet. But starting now, moving forward, I will be leaving enough sheets just so that people can have them, and if they don't use them, that's fine, but if they do need them, they'll have them. So I hope that you guys can learn from me in this situation, so that you don't have to go through the same thing with your guests once you decide to do every Airbnb, or if you currently have Airbnbs. And if you have any other suggestions for me that you feel like I should be doing, please let me know. You know what I mean? I've been in this for over a year now, but I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I'm learning every day. I don't have all my systems in place and things like that, but I want you guys to see the ins and outs of where I'm coming from, so that you can know like what it is to really get started with this day to day. But that's the video, guys. So other than that, I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.